everybody, welcome to Keyboard Skills Pro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Tom Horton. I'm a professional organist, keyboard player, pianist, teacher, composer, and I live here in the United Kingdom of Great Britain. This is part 3 of improvisation for total beginners. We're going to look at some slightly more advanced things in this lesson. But to get the best out of this lesson, you're going to need the bonus PDF sheet, which you can get by signing up and supporting Keyboard Skills Pro via patron.com. So head to patron.com and search for Keyboard Skills Pro, sign up to Silver tier or above, and you get access to all the PDFs, not just for this lesson, but for lots of others as well. We're using Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, some things never change, as our sort of bed, our bass bed to our song, and we're going to be using lots of different things. So let's just first of all remind ourselves of the basic melody. Here it is on the screen. Okay, it's an old number, but we all love and enjoy it. Okay, so here we go with advanced improvisation number 1. Now, I say advanced, it's not too hard, but it's just going to take you a little step further into making these improvisations sound a little bit cooler. So, first one is use more larger note ranges. And what we mean by that is rather than just sticking to a few notes, because what did we do in the last lesson? Well, lesson 2, we did things like this. We used scales. And we did things like that. We did arpeggios, broken chords. But we kept everything kind of within an octave, you know, sometimes an octave and a bit, but mostly within an octave. So to make it more interesting, expand the range of notes that you use to 1, 2 octaves, or maybe 2.5, okay? And that will make a huge difference to the way the improvisation actually sounds. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, I've written out for you an improvisation line, and it goes a little bit like this. Okay, so that's how that goes. Let's now take a look at how to play that with the music on the screen. So here we can see on the screen the score, and I've written this out for you. It's available in the PDF, so hopefully lots of you are using this right now. Now, we start off, look, with a triplet. So we've got the first 2 bars, which use C and F chords. So here we go with the C chord, and we've got a pineapple, as I call it, a triplet. Da da da, C, D, E, and then we're going to go G, A, C, E. Now that actually at the beginning, that's what's known as a pentatonic scale. It's 5 notes, look, from the C scale. Okay, then we carry on past it, but it's ta 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 ta. But then look, we've gone past the octave already, look. Tucking under. Now, the next chord is the F chord, so we're going to use the F and the A, G, F, and then finish on the G with a C. But can you see there, look, we've used over 1.5 octaves of the C note scale. So that means by going a lot higher, or starting high and coming down, you can make a lot more interesting improvisations. Because if you listen to just playing in a little area, look at this, look. That sounds great. That's what we did in lesson 2, using little part scale patterns. But here we're using a much bigger scale, all the way up to the top, pentatonic, just 5 blocks, look there, going through the other 2 notes of the C chord, F and A for the F chord, and then da da back to G. So that's what that sounds like, look. There we go, so you can see that there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice little figure for the G chord on the next bar, which is... So we're going to go right up to the top B, look, B, A, G, D. That's mostly the G chord again, look, with the A chucked in just for a passing note. And then it's always nice to simplify, I think, sometimes at the end. Little C chord broken up there, look. And then we're still up here, so we're going to go... that's the first passage, okay? So that's the first thing to do. When you're playing improvisations, you want to make them a little bit more interesting, is expand from just the 5 fingers, get past an octave, okay? Build it wider, makes a big difference. Let's take another song that we might want to do that with. Let's take a little bit of Honeysuckle Rose. Okay, now if I was to improvise on that, I might do that. Something like that, but you see, I'm really using the keys at my disposal. So larger lengths of the keyboard, bigger note range, that makes a big difference because you don't have to restrict yourself just to the octave area that you're in. You can move your ideas that you play down here, you can move them, transpose them up here, and stitch them together, as it were. So that's the first one. We've got that written out in the PDF. So that's it. Improvisation exercise number 1, using a bigger note range. Okay, so that's the first part of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and that's the first 4 bars. Okay, so the next 4 bars, the middle, which normally goes... Okay, you've got the G chords, you've got a D chord there we've put in, C's and F's, so it's mostly the chords found in C major. So what can we do to this one? Well, we can now perhaps employ some more advanced rhythms. Now you see in the last 2 lessons, the most complicated rhythm we used was a triplet, a group of 3, and some tied notes to make a little bit of syncopation. Obviously we're swinging the quavers in this piece anyway, so let's take a look at some more advanced rhythms. Well, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some very quick groups of 4s. Okay. 4s, look. And that's just a simple, I say simple, it's relatively straightforward. It's just groups of semi-quavers in groups, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and because the first bar of the middle, this bit here, up, 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 I've got 2 notes there, so I'm starting on F, look, and we're going down all over the G chord, and all I'm doing is, instead of just going da 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 da, just simple crotchets, I'm splitting my crotchet into 4 quarters, so I get a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and easier to say is caterpillar, macaroni, 4-syllable words. Here we go. Now, if you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, how does that fit over 4 beats? Well, if you play them quick enough, it does. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all it is, look, in slow motion, is this. Drop 1, drop another. So the notes are coming down, look, F, E, D, C, and I'm just following it with the remaining 3. So there you go, a lot more advanced rhythms. Semiquavers, we haven't used those like that before. In the previous lesson, we have used semiquavers in the dotted rhythms to give the swing. Now here's the next rhythm, look after that. Now, this is called the Follow Me rhythm, Follow Me. And what it is, it's 2 beats with a split. They split a crotchet and put the 2 holes either side of a crotchet in the middle. So it's follow me, follow me. The low is long, so it's 1 and 2 and. You find that a lot in ragtime music. If you imagine follow the leader, follow. We could use that there, couldn't we? There we go. Look, follow the leader. Works very nice. So that's called a split rhythm. Okay, so that tags on the end, look. Now the D chord. Okay, so that makes the first 2 bars of the middle 8. So again there, we're using More advanced rhythms, we're using semi-quaver runs. You don't have to do them all together. You could go da 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 da. There you go. Look, I'm doing falls there. Look. So lots of ideas. Once you start messing around, I'll tell you a great thing happened the other day. A student of mine, lovely young lad. He's been learning Come Fly with me, and we're doing Zoom lessons at the moment because obviously we're in lockdown still. And he came up with this riff to fill in between "Come Fly with me," da 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 da, and he went and I was like, "Whoa, what was that?" And he goes, "Oh, I was messing around and I came up with that." And I thought, fantastic, just inventing out of the blue like that. He'd worked on it in the week and he was really pleased to show me, and it was really made me smile. So, mess around with these things that I give you. So, and then we got follow the leader. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so that's how that bit works. Let's try it with a style. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, we've used a little bit of triplets. Triplets are where you have 3 types of note which add up to the beat that they play on normally. So a triplet of quavers is 3 quavers, and you take a little bit off each one. The third one disappears in the theory of time, and you end up with basically the length of 2, but you can sort of cram 3 in. So again, you have to use a silly word like pineapple, Malibu, sausages, a little bit of a tug on the beat. Okay, so this is the next bit. Look, we're starting off with a C chord. Okay, so that's the triplet. Da 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 da. So it's triplet. Now you see, when you play triplets on a crotchet beat, they are quite fast because it's da 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 da. Okay, so I've got a broken chord there. Look. And you can hear it, can't you? What's the word? What should we do? Sausages. Okay. Pineapple. Okay, so it's pineapple. It's just like 2 quavers, but we cram a third one in. Da, da, da. And then I'm going to go F, D, C. And that's all over my C chord, look. So that's the 2 triplets. So using triplet groups there. And then we've got this rhythm. Okay. Da, 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 da. Now that group there, look, you've got a quaver, 2 semiquavers. So that's I use the word sunflower. Any word you can use: strawberry, sunflower. So a long and then 2 short syllables. 3 and a. Okay, so it's pineapple, pineapple, 3 and a da. So and then da 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 da. Finish on the crotchet. Da, 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 da. Oh, hang on, I missed it. Da, 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 ba, ba, ba. Sunflower for strawberry. Or, you make up a little silly phrase there. But that, in theory, is 3 and a 4. And then we're going to go to the D chord again. We're going to go da, 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 da. So there, look, we've got a tied note. That brings the emphasis of the G on the third beat half a beat earlier into the bar. So here we go. Look, we've got 1 and ta-ta-ta. Now that's that sunflower strawberry rhythm reversed. Look, that's called retrograde. Flip it round. So this one, you'd use something like dinosaur. Da da dinosaur. Da da da, and the end syllable is strapped onto the next 2 beats, which makes it longer. You see, da 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 da. Okay, that's just some ideas that I've jotted down. Copy the music first, mimic it, mess around with it. Try things. You could take those triplets, make them over the bar. Look. So there, look, I did triplet crotchets. Then when they're quavers, they go twice as fast, so I only get half the bar out of them. Let's have another listen to that entire middle 8 section. There you go. So there's a lot going on in there, like we say, but worth messing around with. So there we go. So we've had the first one using a bigger note range, and then number two, our second example, the middle, where we've employed more advanced rhythms. Hope you're enjoying this, folks, and sincerely hope you'll take a look at the other videos here on the channel. Do hit subscribe. Be absolutely wonderful to gain you as a subscriber here on Keyboard Skills Pro. Let's now take the final refrain chorus of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and introduce some notes that are not found in the key that we're playing in. And this is example number 3. Use notes that are not found in the key of the music. So in other words, if you're playing in C, put some sharps and flats in. Here we go. Let's see what it sounds like. There we go, that sounded pretty good, didn't it? So again, we're not doing too much there in terms of rhythms, but we were using sharps and flats. Okay, let's get the music on the screen, gang, on your PDF, which if you've got this, you will have very generously supported me on patron.com. I really sincerely appreciate everybody who supports me on Patreon, all my patrons, but indeed everybody who takes the time to watch what I produce on my YouTube channel. Keyboard Skills Pro, which has been amazingly running now for 3 years this month. It's kind of amazing where the time's gone. I've gone from literally no subscribers to I think over 5,000 today, which is remarkable. So hopefully we can keep building and spreading the good words of music. Anyway, so here we go then, folks. Here's the example on the screen. And what do? Well, we take a little walk down the scale, look, from E, and then we shove this B flat in, returning to B natural, C, and then to G. So that B flat is the 7th note of the scale, and it's flattened. So that's actually the part of the C blues scale. We will do an improvisation video on the blues scale, but that's the first thing we're going to put in, look. So there's a little bit of a wrong note going on there. It's a bit of chromatic going on, really nice sound. And then look, the next bar, we've got the F chord, so we're going to put an E flat in, correcting it to E before the C chord comes in. So we go up to the natural look. So again, the F chord has an E flat put against it, F in the left hand chord, right hand E, that makes an F dominant 7th chord. Again, that bluesy sound. There's an E flat in the, that's the C blues scale, look. There's the E flat. Again, we'll do that in another video. Play the E, hold it on, natural, back to a C chord. So that's really nice. Okay, so a little blues going on there. Brilliant sound there. Here's the next 2 bars. So we've got the G chord and the C chord. We're heading towards the end now. The last 2 bars. So here we've got G7, look. And then this little run. I think that comes from another song, actually. Can't think which one that's from. Something in my head. So we've got E, F natural, F sharp, G. A little group of those 4 semiquavers. Look, in Caterpillar. 1. So if you do the Humpty Dumpty rhythm, Humpty Dumpty. Let's do macaroni. Macaroni, cheese, 3E, and you probably think I'm start roving mad saying all these bizarre things, Humpty Dumpty, macaroni, cheese, but they do help you learn rhythm patterns because they're the same rhythms in the words you know from English, which can then be translated into your fingers. Humpty Dumpty, macaroni, cheese. Isn't that great? Look, F sharp coming in there. And then the last bar is 2 triplets, G chord. Again, a triplet is pineapple, pineapple, F, that's the dominant 7th, E flat, up to E, get that bluesy sound coming in, look, and then C. And so there we go. So introducing notes not found in the key that you're playing in. That completes Improvisation for Total Beginners. This has been a 3-part video series here on my YouTube channel, Keyboard Skills Pro. Thanks so much for supporting me, folks. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so on YouTube. Hit the bell. Every time we upload new videos, you'll get a notification. Let's finish off by playing the whole piece through with all our improvisations. Larger note range, more complicated advanced rhythms, and introducing notes that aren't found in the key. Thanks so much for watching, take care folks, and have fun improvising!